Dear Church, this month we observe Juneteenth, the celebration of the end of chattel slavery and the emancipation of enslaved African Americans. On January 1st, 1863, President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, which released all people held captive in Confederate states as free people. However, it wasn't until June 19, 1865, that the news reached Galveston, Texas, and the last of those who were enslaved were released from bondage. Families were united, people of faith gathered, meals were shared, and a new hope was born. My father, William Frederick Eaton, was born in 1924. Like thousands of his generation, he enlisted in the Army during World War II. He became an Army Air Corps officer at the age of 20. He flew B-24s and served in North Africa and Italy. My father's bomb group had a fighter escort squadron. The escorts were the Tuskegee Airmen, the Red Tails, brave men who served our country. After World War II, our government enacted the GI Bill that made benefits like college tuition and low-interest home loans available for veterans. My father was a beneficiary of the GI Bill. Following his service in the war, he came home, married my mother, and they began to build a life together. They bought their first house, and my father went to night school and earned his bachelor's degree. Like my father after the war, the Tuskegee Airmen came home to start families and build lives. However, despite their sacrifices, despite wearing the same uniform and flying the same missions, they were denied the benefits of the GI Bill because they were African American. This is white supremacy. It doesn't diminish my father's courage and service. It doesn't mean that white servicemen like my father didn't sacrifice and work hard for the benefits that they received. However, so did the Tuskegee Airmen. They worked just as hard, were just as courageous, and made just as many sacrifices. Yet because of racism and white supremacy, they were unjustly denied their benefits. And it's still happening. Our African descent siblings continue to experience unfair systems built around white supremacy. But it's not their responsibility to undo these structures. It's up to us white Americans to challenge systemic racism and white privilege. I encourage you to address the structures and rhetoric that empower and fuel racism, white privilege, and white supremacy. Today, it is more important than ever to remember and learn from the tragedies and inequities of our nation's racial past. The truth can be uncomfortable, even painful, but is the path to freedom. And until all of us are free, none of us truly are. Be well, dear Church.